So we are starting in cat. Palms under shoulders, knees under hips, bit of padding under the knees if you like. As you go neutral spine, start to drop into the chest, draw the shoulder blades together, and then do the opposite and try to push the shoulder blades apart. So you drop in gently, shoulder blades squeeze together, and then press up and broaden. We do that a few times just to warm up the shoulders, chest, mid, and upper back. And then meet yourself in the middle, spine neutral. Start to drop the tummy, wag your tailbone a bit side to side, and then lift your heart, lift your chest. On an exhale, slowly curl up, tail in, shin in, mid back to the sky. So cat-cow, few rounds. Inhale, tummy down, chest up. Exhale, curl all the way in like you could lead with the tip of the tailbone, rest of the spine follows. Inhale, lift the buttocks, tummy down, chest up. Exhale, curl all the way back in. Now, as the spine comes to neutral, spin the hands so your fingertips point out to the sides. This can be plenty if the wrists are tight, or you can rock your weight side to side and just explore how that feels for the hands, the wrists, the forearms. You don't want to push or force, but just gently send the weight right to left and left to right. Then spinning hands back to normal, middle index fingers point forward. Find your focal point and come to balance in cat, extending the right leg and the left arm up. Point and flex the right foot a few times as you feel the abdominal muscles engage. Last time you point, lift a little higher. As the hand comes down, we step the right foot forward between the hands. So help it forward if you need to. And then start to ease your way up to what I call the boring lunge, because the legs are pretty bent, about 90 degrees each. Draw the tailbone in, lower belly draws up and in. Start to sink the hips, but continue to draw the tail into the body. And as you're ready, on inhale, sweep the arms straight up to the sky. Elbows bend, exhale, arms out to sides and down. Two more, so we inhale, arms up, chest up. Exhale, open wide, arms come down. One more round, big inhale, stretch. Exhale, arms come down. Now as we pause here, tail in, tummy in, bend into that right knee, and then gently release, fingertips to floor out ahead, tuck the back toes, and step forward, gentle, split and balance. So we pause here, supporting knee pretty bent, leg in the air, straight as you can manage. Give it one more inhale, and on the exhale, take a long step back into lunge, lower left knee, and then crawl back into cat, center off on all fours. So as you reorganize here, find your focal point, toes tucked or flat. Take your balance in cat to the other side, so left leg and right arm come up. Point and flex that left foot a few times. Feel the abdominal muscles draw up, draw in. Last time you point, maybe bring the arm and leg up a little bit higher, and then just the hand comes down. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Help the foot forward if you need to. Get your bearings, balance, and then slowly torso comes up. So use the hands as a guide. Draw the tailbone in, belly in. So sitting tall in that lunge, starting to sink down, but keep the tail in there. And then as you're ready, on the inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, soft elbows, arms down to the sides. So big inhale, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, arms out to the sides and down. One more round, so arms up, big breath in. And then exhale, arms out and then down. So make sure you're still drawing the tail in, tummy in gently, bend into that left knee. And as you float your fingertips to the floor, tuck the back toes and step forward to split and balance. Just 2-3 breaths, supporting leg a little bent, leg in the air, reaching up, back and away. You've got a focal point below. And slowly step back into a long lunge. And as the right knee comes down, step the left foot back. And you're back in cat. Step the knees out a little wider than your hips. Keel all the way back for a quick child's pose. You can rock your hips a little ways, side to side. Give it a moment. And then press back up into cat. A second one for the wrists, if you're up for it. Spin your hands so the middle fingers point straight back towards your knees. Lean the weight back gently. And then if that feels okay, maybe rock the weight side to side. Or I like to circle the weight along the heels of the hands, roots of the fingers. side to side, back and forth, really whatever feels good. And then unwind the hands back to normal and reset to balance again. So right leg and left arm come up. This time we're going to wrap the arm around the back, palm face up at the sacrum, and see if you can lift your heart a little higher, maintaining a strong core. Abdominals draw in gently. And as you bring your hand down, leg up a little higher. Prop up onto the right fingertips to help you step the right foot forward. Now this time we go longer in the lunge. Inch the left knee back once or twice. Longer stance, sink the hips. And then if this feels okay, we're going to bring it up, palm on top of palm on the right knee. Start to lift the chest. Now you're still trying to draw the tail in as the hips sink forward and down. And then arms come up, elbows bend 90 degrees to sides. And you just gently rotate the forearms back, like you want to point to where the ceiling and wall meet behind, 2 or 3 rounds. So just a gentle rotation back, and then pointing up, maybe one more, point back. And then we add eagle arms. So you can start with the tricep stretch, wrapping the left arm over the chest, right hand supports, or go left elbow all the way over the right, and wrap the forearms, press the palms, and then squeeze the elbows together. Now see if you can drop the shoulder blades down the back a little and keep the sides of the neck soft, faces soft. One more gentle squeeze as arms come down, sink the hips. Fingertips to the floor out ahead. Let's step forward again, split and balance. Now a variation from here is to bend the knees and try, it's like a curtsy, to squat and bring that left knee directly behind the right, maybe even tap it, and then extend the left leg out and up again. Step back into your lunge, back into cat, and we reorganize for the other side. So you center it off, find your focal point, left leg and right arm come up. Now get long first, and then wrap the arm around your back. Gently lift your heart, tummy strong, leg reaching back. And then as the hand comes down, lift left leg a little higher, prop up onto the left fingertips to help you step forward into lunge. Inch the right knee back once or twice. Remember, back toes flat or tucked, it's sort of up to that knee, so see how it feels. And then as the hips start to sink, we're going to ease into a back bend, tail in, tummy in, pelvis forward and down. The elbows come up, bent about 90 degrees to your sides. Forearms rock back, slight diagonal, and then back to straight up. So rocking back or rotating back a degree or 2, and then straight up. Do it one more time. That just leads us into either the tricep stretch, wrapping the right arm over the chest, left hand assists, or stacking the elbows. You go right over left, wrap the forearms, and then squeeze the elbows together. So hip sinking, heart lifting, shoulder blades slide down the back, neck is soft. Give them one more gentle squeeze together as arms release. Sink the hips, fingertips to the floor, kick your back leg up. So you could hold the split and balance, this can be challenging enough, or as the knees soften, slowly curtsy or squat, and see if you can bring your right knee to tap the back of the left knee, and then extend the leg out and up again. Slow transition back to lunge, knee down, back to cat. And then this time, as we keel back into child's pose, so just step the knees out a little wider than hips, we can twist the left arm under the right, arms cross at about 90 degrees, crawl the fingertips away, and then take a gentle bow. Now heavy on the top arm, to whatever degree feels good. And as you unwind, rewind for the other side, so right arm under left, about 90 degrees, crawl the fingertips away and take a gentle bow. Breathe right up and underneath that right shoulder blade. And then as you start to unwind, take your bow, child's pose, shoulders heavy, chest heavy, and then press back up into cat. And we've got one more cycle or flow like this. So again, reset cat, find your focal point, right leg and left arm are coming up. And this one, you're gonna bend your right leg 90 degrees, point your tippy toes to the sky, lift the leg a little higher and feel the difference if you flex the foot strongly. You wanna track the knee in towards the center line, lift the leg a little higher, and then nice and slow, point the toes, extend the leg, As your left hand comes down, prop up onto the right fingertips and step forward into lunge. As you tuck the back toes, the back leg extends. If this is too much, please feel free to leave your knee on the floor. Otherwise, as you're coming up, tail in, tummy in, soften the back knee gently, bend deep into the right knee. Now roll the shoulders back and down. Let the hands meet behind you. Now you can grab the left wrist and give it a little pull down. You can grab the right forearm, or if you can go to the crease of the elbow, then the right elbow bends 90 degrees, palm face up. So the left arm's wrapping behind. It's a big stretch for the top of the left shoulder. You can drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and pause, chest up, hips sinking. And then as head comes to center, you undo the grip, roll the shoulders back and down, and then one more split and balance on this side, variation if you like. So from this one, you can soften the knees, tuck the left knee behind the right, take your little curtsy. If you feel steady, hover the fingertips, pause. When fingertips come down, extend the leg out and up. Long step back to lunge, left knee down, right knee down. So you're back in cat, reset, find your focal point. Let's try the other side. So the left leg extends out behind you, right arm's coming up. As the left leg bends, about 90 degrees, see if you can lift the leg a little higher, and then flex the foot and lift the leg again. Track the knee in towards the center line, tummy strong, buttocks strong. As the toes point, extend the leg out. Right hand comes down, prop up onto left fingertips, and left foot steps forward into lunge. So you can inch the back knee back. Maybe you're going to leave it on the floor. You could extend the back leg, bring it all the way up. Soften the back knee gently, draw the tail in, tummy in. You've got your foundation. Stay with a focal point, and then hands meet behind you. So you can grab your wrist and just gently give that right arm a tug back and down, or the right hand grabs the left elbow just above the crease, and then left elbow bends 90 degrees, palm face up. To go a little deeper, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, so we get length all the way down, right side of the neck, top of the shoulder, even the upper arm. And then as head comes into the center and you undo that grip, shoulders relax, sink the hips, step forward into your balance. So you find your focal point. You can stay here, fingertips on the floor. You can curtsy, knee to knee, maybe hover the fingertips. Don't forget to breathe. And then when the fingertips come down, stretch the leg out and up, and then back into lunge, and then back into cat. Now this time we're going to sit it back into child's pose, take the bow, and then if you like, crawl the fingertips forward a good inch or two, and just bend the elbows here, palms maybe meet up overhead. And it's a little bit of a deeper stretch through the shoulders, but you have to actively drop into the armpits, so underarms towards the floor. When the hands come down, you can probably crawl the fingertips forward another inch, and then we press up into cat to crawl through and come to sit. So I'm going to sit on my little cushion, because why not? And then we're going to extend the right leg to the right on a diagonal and tuck the left foot in. And here's the thing. We're going to ease in gently, so the right hand could be on the right leg or just on the floor out ahead, but start to lean your torso over to the right, so slight diagonal. Head starts neutral in the center, and then very slowly, you're going to drop your right ear all the way down towards that right shoulder and let your head be really heavy. If it feels particularly tight, you can give it just a tiny roll, maybe up, maybe down, but eventually just head heavy will create the stretch. You might be able to lean over another degree or two to the right. The left hand could stay on the thigh or rest on the hip, or the left arm stretches up. And I always feel like I'm making a little roof over my head. Just let the elbow bend, keep the hands soft. And then try to gently point the left elbow up towards the sky, but keep the right ear going down towards the right shoulder so we're not holding around the neck. Let your left fingertips catch the right temples. So you're going to give your head some support and then slowly back up to center. When you're upright, roll the shoulders back and down and reverse, other side. So left leg extending to the left, just a slight diagonal, bit of flexion on the left foot as the right foot tucks in. Left hand either on top of the leg or on the floor just out ahead. Start to lean over to the left, just a little ways. Maybe ease in slightly more deeply. I just don't want you to force this because you're going to drop your head. So left ear towards the left shoulder. Make any little adjustments along the way. Head heavy. You might be able to keel over another degree. You might not. Right hand could stay on the knee or rest on the hip. Or the right arm's going to slowly float up and then elbow bends as the arm reaches over. So make that little roof over your head. Try to point the elbow towards the sky ever so gently, but then just make sure the neck is still soft. So left ear towards left shoulder. Let your head go. Now the right fingertips are going to hook around the left temple and just help to carry head and torso back to center. When you're centered off, roll the shoulders back and down. Bring the soles of the feet together out ahead of you. Go a little longer on your stance for cobbler and interlace your fingers around your toes. We can gently pull the heart forward and start a bow. And I want you to curl into this one. So as the head relaxes down, you could drop the chin in towards the chest. And as the back rounds, you might stay here. Or you can keep the fingers interlaced, but slide the grip ever so gently around to the back of your head. So I want to emphasize that I'm not pushing or pulling on my head or my neck. It's really just the weight of my hands along the base of the skull that will increase the stretch. So be very gentle. Face is soft. Jaws relax. Breathe all the way down the back of the spine, back of the rib cage, backs of the lungs. And ease out slowly, hands come down, torso rolls up, take the shoulders back and down. When head's up, just give it a gentle rotation to the right and to the left, and then head back into center. Now you're going to roll up your blanket or your towel, a little bit or a lot, so you can always adjust the height of the roll. We'll see how it feels. You're going to lie back, and you'll probably have to shimmy a little bit. But the roll is going to be just below the base of the shoulder blades. So the shoulder blades relax down, head relaxes down. You've just got some support to open up through the chest and through the tummy, but it should feel good. The arms can relax out to the sides, but above the roll, palms facing up. Legs bent, feet flat. Feel gravity. Now as you're opening up through the chest, that might feel good to just really fill up the lungs, open the heart. You could also send the breath down towards your belly button and feel the breath spreading all the way down towards the lower belly. And on each exhale, allowing the center of your body to soften. Feet can step out to the width of the mat, the knees knock in and rest against each other. Long inhales, long exhales. Enjoy any and all sensations. Now you can stay here for a few minutes. Enjoy your breath. Just remember, when you're ready to come out, roll over to your right side first, and then slowly, using hands, ease your way up to sitting, so don't rush. Namaste.